driving. Hope comes and stops us in our tracks. Bravely we prove in our striving, trudging together each day. Where there's a will, there's a way.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's daily reflection. Is it morning? Nope, it's afternoon. It is afternoon. So, yeah, it's Sunday, which is usually what Father's Day is, June 20th. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about being a father in recovery and kind of good, we don't always have the easiest lives, man, and I like to discuss this stuff. It's a harder subject, and I'm okay with that. I like discussing harder subjects. I find it very helpful. I do. Letting the whole world know what the hell's wrong with Dion. So let's make sure that we're even connected here. Yeah, we got some things going on. All right. But everybody's probably out eating dinner and all that other stuff. So if you're here, please say hello. Let me know that you're here. If you have something you want to say, man, feel free to. This is an open discussion. So, yep, there's that. Man, this kind of, I don't know. Like I said, this is a hard topic. It's a hard subject. So, but let's talk about it. Let's get started. So, when we come into the program, we have spent a lot of our lives not being a very good father or husband or friend or a lot of other things, right? But right now I'm talking about the kids, right? So I'm going to give you, I'm going to use I'm going to use another example. So there's somebody in my meeting. I told you guys about this the other day, and she was having a hard day, and her son wanted to say something during the meeting. And we were like, heck yeah, we're always up for that, right? So he comes on and he says, hey, he wanted to thank everybody because now his mommy plays with him. And there wasn't a dry eye in that room. It might make me start crying again right now because it was just so freaking endearing, man. It was beautiful. All right? Beautiful. Those words will never come out of my children's mouth, guys. And that may not happen for you either. Sometimes we set ourselves up with the expectation that everybody's going to turn around and suddenly be on our side or agree with what it is that we're doing. Right? The fact of the matter is this. I was not around for my children. I think my daughter was about 13. Okay? I missed a lot of stuff. My son was 16, 15. And they were going through hard times. Why? Because Dad was busy out drinking. Now, that's just the fact of the matter. It's the way that it goes. It's what it is. I cannot change that. All right? So, I cannot expect them to turn around just because I got sober and I'm in recovery and suddenly be like, ooh, yay, Dad! Because it doesn't happen, guys. When your kids are a little bit older, see, I taught them not to celebrate Father's Day because of my actions. And that's part of the disease that I have to accept. That there's not going to be this overpouring thing from my children. It's not going to happen. And I don't expect it from them either, right? My daughter sent me a message this morning, Happy Father's Day. That's all it said. There's no I love you. That's how our relationship is. We're working on it. But you know what? At least I have a relationship with her now. And that's where it's different, right? My son has his own son now. He needs to bask in that. And I hope he learned what not to do from his dad. If I have any chance at anything, that's what it is, right? And he doesn't. He does not act like, well, actually, he acts like his dad is in recovery. And all I really can be is an example. What could make this even tougher? So, when I was 42, I had a heart attack. I was bringing my daughter home. I was picking up Megan. She's my stepdaughter, but she's my daughter. And you guys understand that. The reason I even say stepdaughter is because she has a relationship with her father. And even during my drinking, I would no, I would not interfere with that. That wasn't my place. Did he have problems of his own? Sure, but great guy, man. He's a good guy. So why would I want to interfere with that? I just want to kind of bring that up. That's their relationship, and I have no right to interfere with it. It's a good relationship, and I love it. You know? And he's a good enough guy where when I was going through some of my shit, he was helping out my son. So should I be upset with this person? No, I'm grateful that this person was in my son's life. And this is how we have to treat things. Okay. Now let's talk about my own dad. Talk about my biological father. I never met him face to face. Talked to him on the phone a few times. Right. He got sober after my mom had left him, and she left him for a good reason. It's life, guys. She had her reasons. He was locked up in jail for stealing guns. Yeah, I probably would have walked away too. So, but he got out, and they asked him to leave the state of Colorado, and he did. I mean, the state of Utah, and he did. He moved to Idaho, and he was sober over 50 years, helping veterans, and I'm proud of him for that. He didn't want anything to do with me. Right? Even at 45. Man, I'm losing people as soon as you come on. I'm losing you. This must be hard shit to talk about. It gets kind of discerning when somebody's listening and you bring up something and they just kind of disappear when you do this stuff. That's why I wish those numbers weren't up there sometimes. Okay, then we talk about the man that raised me. Okay, what a difficult chore for this man. He was in love with my mother. She had 2 children already. My brother Scott was a spitting example of everything that was good. He's a good guy. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. But when I was 42, I had a heart attack. And everybody in my family was called, which I, to this day, wish it wouldn't happen because they don't support me. Oh. From there, while I was in surgery, 2 of my brothers and my father decided to pull my wife aside and berate her and tell her how she should leave me. See, they wanted her to teach her tough love on me, and it didn't work because we don't do tough love in this family. I had taught her about tough love and what had happened. But what upset me was that they had cornered her while I was in surgery, while she was down. And they thought they were doing the right thing, right? Sure, an intervention. But the intentions were wrong, so it didn't work. In fact, it separated the family, and from then on, I don't talk to him. I don't even want to see his face. Okay, why? Because it brings up things that I just don't want. No, I've gotten past those things. Some days are a little bit easier. Today's a little bit hard because Father's Day is being shoved in my face. And I am not big on holidays. The expectation, and here's my problem with the expectation is I can feel it from everybody else, and it drives me crazy. Even the people that want me to have a good day. Okay, I don't want the attention. I don't. I mean, it isn't that I don't appreciate it. I do. But I want people to love me for who I am every day. I don't want a day. I don't want it. I don't need it. I'm glad that we get to celebrate those things, but then we forget about the people that have to suffer through it while we're out there enjoying our barbecues at the park, enjoying family time. See, my family doesn't want to be around me. I don't get parties. That's okay. It has to be okay. So let's cover the daily reflection. We got 5 minutes left. Release from fear. The problem of resolving fear has two aspects. We shall have to try for all the freedom from fear that is possible for us to attain. Then we shall need to find both the courage and the grace to deal constructively with whatever fear remains. See, there's going to be fear that still remains. Now, I've gotten over a lot of this. I'm going to rephrase that. I've gotten through a lot of this. I'm not over it. I don't think you're ever over it. There's good days and there's better days, right? I don't necessarily have bad days because I'm a drunk. And I've had some pretty bad days. I ain't in jail. Right there, right? It's page 61. Resolving fear. Fear somehow touched every aspect of our lives. It was an evil, corroding thread. The fabric of our existence was shot through with it. It set in motions and train of circumstance which brought us misfortune we felt we didn't deserve. But did we not often set the ball rolling ourselves? And a lot of times in these situations too. See, I'm not going to sit around all day either and feel sorry for myself because this stuff happened to me. I'm willing to talk about it, but I'm not going to sit in it all day either. The problem of resolving fear has two aspects. I just read that part. Most of my decisions were based on fear. Alcohol made life easier to face, but the time came when alcohol was no longer an alternative to fear. Yeah, it'll stop working. Like if you have fear, here's the thing. You will make your fears come true if you focus on them long enough. It'll happen. I promise you it will happen. So what happens if you change that and move it over to faith? One of the greatest gifts in AA for me was to have the courage, for me has been the courage to take action, which I can do with God's help. After 5 years of sobriety, I had to deal with a heavy dose of fear. God put people in my life to help me do that. And through my working the 12 steps, I am becoming the whole person I wish to be. And for that, I'm deeply grateful. So that's what it's about, becoming the person that we're supposed to be, and then be that example, and then be okay with it. Is God enough? Love you guys. Peace out. And